exploring words like a meteor shower, or he's an actor, he's taking on a meteor role, let's say, whatever, we say the words in the same way. You might have a different accent, but let's think about talking about words and the IPA and for spelling and reading and whatever. So let's say you're talking about meteor. So a meteor shower, a meteor, whatever, put it in a sentence. Okay, so what we're saying to the children is the word, if you were to close your eyes, we say the word and not put it in context. We say the word in the same way. What's that called? And it's spelt differently, it has a different meaning. Now, as well as doing this, I would actually throw in that advanced phonemic awareness activities. I throw them in with whatever we're doing. So if I was doing that, I would say, close your eyes. Okay, remove the schwa from the end of the word. What's the new word? That is advanced phonemic awareness, because you're deleting or manipulating the phonemes. Now, I don't do it as a long, drawn-out, extra, explicit, blah, 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 blah. I do it as part of what I'm teaching. So if I'm teaching this, why not add something in at the same time? Because it gives you an idea of the children and how they're progressing. Advanced phonemic awareness, the ability to not only isolate, segment, blend, but also to manipulate and delete phonemes, whatever. It's only going to be helpful for spelling, but that doesn't mean you spend lots of time on it, because you can develop it in lots of different ways. I have activity 5, I think it is in the Speedy 6, where we do manipulation, deletion. It's a 2-minute activity, and it's mainly because I want to see how the children are progressing. But if you're going to spend ages on something, remember the time. Just remember, all the time you spent on something is time you could be spending on something else. So it's not just, is this a useful activity? It's, is this the best use of my time? Now, when I'm talking about this with, 4-year-olds, I'll give a 4-year-old this activity. And this is why I want you to see that we can do phonemic awareness in the dark. We don't have to do it with graphemes. And actually, if you can check phonemic awareness before they are at the stage. What tends to happen is that people are checking phonemic awareness skills alongside their phoneme to grapheme mapping understanding, and that can cause problems. So if with a 4-year-old I'm saying, right, meteor, we've just talked about what this means. Okay, close your eyes, meteor. What's the last sound? Because it's the schwa. They'll do meteor. Eat. Meteor. Okay, last sound, the schwa. Take it away. What's the new word? Eat. Okay, so it's meaty. Then I might say, do you know, is meaty a real word? They might not know. But then I'd say, okay, well, actually, meaty is a word. This is what it means. That's a meaty, but put it in a sentence. So think about your vocab, etc. But I'm showing them how it's spelt. So meteor, meaty, because I've taken off the schwa. But all of this is a phoneme to grapheme mapping the children might not have seen before, and I want to isolate that phonemic awareness. If I'm quickly saying, take the last sound off, the schwa off, what's the word? But I just wanted to show you that even when they're 4 years old and we haven't covered this kind of mapping, they can still do that advanced phonemic awareness activity.
Scarlett, can you please duckhand the word meteor?
Meteor.
Now, I'm going to ask you to duckhand the word without the last sound. Can you try that?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Meaty.
What word is it?
Meaty!
Good job.
Can you please duckhand, Spencer, the word meteor from
Meteor.
That's it, good job. And now I would like you to have another go, but take off the last sound. Do it again. Take off the last sound.
Meaty.
Meaty, well done, meaty.
Kai, can you duckhand the word meteor?
Meteor.
Now can you duck hand the word but leave off the last sound?
Meaty.
So we can say, okay, give me meteor. Meteor. Duck hands, lines and numbers. Meteor. 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 Monsters. So these are just speech sound pictographs. Is just a representation for a speech sound. It's like a phonetic symbol, but it's more fun. Eat. Meat. Oh, I need another E. Got it? Okay, so I've got eat, the schwa. Okay, so here's a visual for those speech sounds. Eat, meteor, which we know could be written like that, could be written like that. But if they're 3 and 4 year olds and we're just thinking about the phonemic awareness before they're at the stage of mapping it with those graphemes, we can do that because they're eat, okay, take the last sound off, they can visually take it off. What are we left with? We're left with meaty. Simple, so straightforward. So they could do it with their eyes closed. They could use their duck hands, whatever, still with their eyes closed. Use it with their eyes closed or have that visual. And to be honest, the visual is often why people start the phonics, start using the graphemes early, because they recognise that a lot of children like to have that hook of something to look at, something concrete to actually map with those speech sounds, because the speech sounds, the phonemic awareness, it's quite abstract. It's not really something that is natural per se to. The only reason that we would isolate the speech sounds, whatever, is for reading and spelling. So it's something that, anyway, you will understand if you teach reading and spelling. But that's why people tend to start with the phonics. We can use these speech sound monsters, which are just speech sound, used as speech sound pictographs, which means, again, we can embed them. So if you embedded meteor here, you would go meteor. And if I was to just code map it now to show the sound pics, the pictures of the sounds, eat, and that's the suffix just there. So meteor. So that's how it all maps. So these are the pictures of the sounds. These are the speech sound pictographs. So they just represent the phonemes. These are the actual pictures. These are the actual graphemes. And the same as if we were to do that on here, we go eat, and we'd add that those two to our schwa clouds, wouldn't we? Meteor, meaty.
So Dottie, can you use your big duck hands to duck hand the word meteor?
I thought the word's meteor.
Not meteor, meteor. As in, oh, that dinner looks lots meatier than last night. Meteor. Good job. Now, can you duck hand it again without the last sound? Meaty. Good job. Meaty.
Now let's say she says eat, or meteor. It's still going to be the same when she takes off the last sound, isn't it? But then what we can do with the children is, if they've actually done that and they've ended up with meaty, so then we can say to them eat. Then we can say to them, is that a real word? Put it in a sentence, because, vocab, some children won't know whether it's a word or not. English is a second language, might never have heard of the word meaty. But then you would say, let's look in the Speech Sound King's code mapping book. There it is. And this is the mapping. Eat, meaty. But you can do it as just the phonemic awareness. If I just said to the children, meteor, without the last sound, what's the word? Eat, oh, it must be meaty. Simple.